I want to show everyone what I've done on my truck over the past couple of days. Hopefully the audio doesn't suck on this and you guys can see what I'm doing. So over the past couple of days, I'm going to show you the current outcome. And yes, I know I have some defects I'm trying to fix and other places that I have to finish off, but here's what I've got. So right now I have these 3 light bars and that one up there. These are mounted in through the screw on the back and through the plastic that's basically holding these on. Yes, I know I have a giant dent in the front that I have to figure out how to get out, but I'm not worried about it. Same with this side, I've got it mounted in through the plastic. And right now, the wiring on this is being routed with electrical tape, which you probably can't see. And it's zip tied in through to the back with the bolt. That's kind of hard to see. There it is. It's all under heavy duty metal, so it won't get hurt. It's not weatherproof, but I will put stuff around it to protect it eventually. And then as for this light bar, I have yet to figure out exactly how I'm going to do this one, because at the moment it is secured in pretty nicely by the zip ties that are going through the fender, if you can see that. And it's actually pretty solid at the moment, aside from the factor that it's zip tied to plastic. But it's using the fender as a anchoring point, although it is angled, which I can fix later. But I have the wire actually down under this piece, pushed in slightly to try to keep it out of the way for now, going up around the headlight area, and then this actually links around the electrical box to the battery. And then it's being routed through the firewall inside the engine bay, not through the fender like I did on my previous car. And that is currently zip tied right up there and being brought around the pedal, not underneath it or through it or anything, but around the pedal. And then it's zip tied at the moment to my cigarette lighter area, because I need to figure out how to knock this out to put it in there, and I just haven't had time to do it yet. But I chose that route because it was already there and the easiest way to do it. So my old light bar, which unfortunately got burned out, was obviously already there. And what I chose to do was reuse the same wiring harness, even though I should probably change that out, from the old one to the new one. And that one is actually being routed from here down into the engine bay. That way I don't have to worry about it. Now, you're probably going to say, what in the hell did you do? Basically, my old light bar, which had wider metal pieces than this is relatively secured. The way they did this was they drilled through the actual top. I did not like that whatsoever. So I took it out, siliconed it because it was leaking. This is after I got the truck. It was leaking through to the cab, so I had to re-silicone it back shut and fix that issue. I probably way over siliconed it, but I play it safe rather than sorry on this kind of stuff because I don't want my truck getting wet anymore. And yes, I know my truck is very dirty. It rained this morning and made it ugh. But this new light bar is much better. It's much brighter, and the same silicone instance is over there because both sides were leaking through and I had to fix that. Now I did get a pack of light bars that came with 4 4-inch light bars, but I have not put on the back ones yet, and I do intend to. I just got to order a bed clamp, as I think they call it, because what I want to do is clamp it probably right about here, and I'm pointing it using the camera, right at the edge of that area, and run the wiring to it on both sides. That way I can light up my bed at night, because during the day, or I mean during the night right now, if I do decide to do that, basically if I lower my bed, the current LED backup lights are not in a good situation to be able to brighten the entire area, because basically when I open this, they get covered up, which they still provide light at the lower levels, but if I had bed lights, it will brighten up the entire area, which would be very helpful. And yes, I know I have a backup camera up there, slash recording camera, whatever, but that's not mounted. I'm not sure exactly how I want to finish that part off. But nonetheless, the current wiring schematic on this isn't terrible. I do have a couple more adjustments I need to make, but it seems to be working out so far. I have driven around with them so far, tested them. I had to raise the top light bar up just a hairline because it was tapping the top of the bed at higher speeds when I'm trying to drive, and that just does not work. So yeah, they're pretty nice. It was $175 out the door. I got most of the stuff wired up. I've got to get the bed pieces done, and then once that's done, I mean, it should be all good and dandy. So we will see how well it works, and I'll give you guys an update once I get the rest of it installed.